In March 2021, an 11-year-old child called 911 for help as she and her 6-year-old brother were trapped inside a burning Charlotte apartment. The children were at home alone at the time of the incident.
So, what's the address of your emergency?
The house is on fire, help. Please.
So
I have a little brother, please.
And what's the number of the building?
I don't know, just help.
Right, we've got fire companies coming out to Rose Thorn Place. That's the apartment complex, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please just help.
Is everybody out of the apartment?
No, we're inside of it.
Okay, and the apartment is on fire?
Yeah, just help.
Okay, we've got fire companies coming out there. Do you know what your phone number is?
No. We can't see anything. Everything is black.
Are you inside?
Yeah, we're inside.
You're inside? Where are you in the apartment?
Huh?
Where are you in the apartment?
We're in my bedroom.
Okay, where's your bedroom? Where is that? Is it upstairs, downstairs?
It's in the back.
In the back, is it downstairs?
By the window. I'm at the window.
Is it downstairs?
You can see me at the window. You can see me at the window. Hit the tape under there. No, come over here, buddy.
Can you close the door?
Huh?
Can you close the door?
Shut down. It's burning.
Okay. All right. We've got fire companies coming out there. Can you get to the window? Okay.
Everything.
How many people are with you?
Only 2 people. Everybody else is gone.
It's just 2 of you?
Yeah, just me and my brother. Hurry.
How old are you?
I'm 11 and my brother is 6.
Okay. We've got fire companies coming out there. Can you stay on the phone with me?
Hurry. It's burning. It's okay. It's okay.
Are you injured at all?
No, not yet.
Okay. Is the fire in the room with you, or is it outside the room?
No, it's in a different room, but it's getting closer.
Okay, where are your parents?
My mom's at work. No one's here with us.
Okay,
We fell asleep not knowing.
So is it just you 2 in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've got fire companies coming out there. I need you to stay on the phone with me.
Okay. Please hurry up.
How old are you?
I'm only 11.
You're 7 and 11?
Yeah. I hear them coming.
Okay, yep, the fire truck's coming. Are you upstairs or downstairs?
I'm upstairs.
Okay, you're upstairs in the back of the apartment?
They should see me at the window.
Okay.
Can I be yelling for help?
Yep, we've got fire companies coming out there. I need you to stay on the phone with me. Keep talking to me, okay?
Okay, but hurry, please.
Yep, they're coming. Has the fire gotten through the door yet, or are you still safe?
We haven't gotten to the door, but there's a lot of smoke to pull over. We can't breathe. I just saw them pass by us.
All right, yep, they're going. They're pulling up.
Please come.
There's smoke in your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
All right.
Help!
Are you at the window now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here. There's a lot of stuff burning down. No, not right there, buddy. Over here. Hampton. Can you breathe? Help!
Hey, can you put something over your face? Put like a blanket or something over your face.
Please help! Me and my brother's struggling to breathe.
Are you talking to the firemen?
On the floor? Right here, a base. We can't.
Are you talking to the firemen?
I can't. Can you come through the door? Hurry! Please! Get down.
Are the the fireman talking to you? I need you to stay right down on the floor by the window. Stay by that window, okay? If you can find a blanket, cover your face with the blanket. Are the firemen with you?
In less than 4 minutes, firefighters were on the scene. Authorities said the fire, caused by an unattended item left cooking, broke out just after 6:30 p.m. at the Presley South End Apartments near Barringer Drive, just south of uptown Charlotte. Medics on the scene evaluated 6 other individuals, but nobody was taken to the hospital, though some individuals did have minor injuries. Charlotte Fire said the kids had been reunited with their parents or guardians and that the American Red Cross had stepped in to help. Engine 43 earned recognition for their fast action in helping to pull 2 kids from their burning second-story apartment. Also earning recognition was Fire Communications dispatcher T.C. Schuler remained calm despite finding himself on the line with a frantic 11-year-old caller. Firefighters credit the little girl for knowing her address, which they say helped responders find her. They say the story is a good reminder for all parents to talk to their kids about emergency plans and how important it is for kids to memorize their addresses. If you're a true 911 fan, don't forget to like this video. "24-year-old Christian Giron made a calm call to 911 after allegedly discovering a woman's body surrounded by blood at work. He made the October 2021 call from Jameis Bikes, G. Joannou Cycle headquarters on 151 Ludlow Avenue in Northvale.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes. So my name is Christian Giron. I work at Jameis Bikes in Northvale. I just walked in because I usually just walk in right now to change the garbage every morning before everyone comes in. And I walked in and I saw one of our ladies attacked. I don't know because she's bleeding and someone I don't know.
So somebody's bleeding?
Yeah, like someone killed her. I don't know. I just walked in and I saw blood.
Is there a victim or you just see blood?
No, a victim.
There's a body too?
Yeah.
And where in the building is the body?
Well, there are 2. We have one big building, but far left one. There's one and there's 2 offices. One office is for the reps, another one's for the credit department. So it's the second one.
And she's just laying on the floor, all covered in blood?
Yes.
Did you say if there was a weapon in the area?
No.
Or anything?
I only see a plastic bag, but I don't think that was doing anything. But no, nothing I can see.
All right. And do you recognize the female?
Yes. Her name is Jeanette. She's one of the reps.
She's an employee?
Yes, employee, yes.
All right. And what's your name, sir?
Christian Giron. Giron.
Giron?
Yes.
And Christian, just tell me what your phone number is. Okay. Okay. And the wounds that she's bleeding from, you said they appear to be stab wounds?
Let me go back and how this came out because I couldn't look at it because
Yeah, no, that's fine.
If you want, I can go back in if you want me to.
No. That's quite all right. Yeah, I'd rather just keep the scene preserved rather than have anybody walking through if they don't need to be.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Do you want to wait outside for the police?
Yeah, I can wait.
Okay.
I can wait in my car because it's windy out. I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Oh, I mean, if you can wait inside too, as long as you're not in the same general area.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll let them know that you're going to wait inside for them.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You got it, sir.
Yeah.
Bye.
Northvale Police Department officers responded to the call about an injury where they discovered 43-year-old Jeanette Willem, a longtime Bergen County Bicycle Company employee, with a head wound. The victim was immediately declared deceased by first responders. Police also searched the building to ensure there was no ongoing community threat. When the SWAT team arrived, local employees were surprised, saying nothing happens in Northvale. In fact, according to police data, at the time, this homicide was the second one in Northvale since at least 1989. No violent crimes have been reported in the community for the last 32 years. However, in October 2021, there were 4 killings within 10 days, including the brutal murder of Willem, which was the second that week. The other 3 were a man who was knifed and left for dead in Little Ferry, a grandfather whose axe-wielding grandson in Elmwood Park allegedly killed, and a woman whom authorities say was stabbed and killed by her live-in boyfriend in Washington Township. Police later executed a search warrant on the caller's home and found a Jameis credit card and the clothes he wore during the attack. They also located the garbage can and found Willem's credit cards and a pair of black gloves in it. 24-year-old Christian Giron was arrested that same day on charges of first-degree murder, weapon possession, and hindering his own arrest, and was held in county jail before his first court appearance. He confessed to the crimes at the Northvale Police Department soon after. According to a police report, video surveillance cameras showed Giron approaching Willem at the office at about 7:39 a.m. The report redacts sections that appear to describe the exact interaction between the two. Still, authorities determined the attacker used a handheld sledgehammer to kill his Jameis Bicycles co-worker. It says Giron discarded the credit cards in a garbage can along the street and hid the hammer under a parked trailer in front of the business. Additionally, after returning to the office, which is about 2.5 miles from his home, Giron called 911 about 8:15. Pink Bike said Willem worked for the woman-owned company for 2 decades and was a friend in the bike community. Friend Joanna Burgeis set up a GoFundMe to help the victim's teenage daughter, Mackenzie. The 40-year-old's brother, Matt Willem, also set one up titled Jeanette Willem, My Sister and Best Friend, who needed help with the airfare and funeral costs. The last update on the case against Giron was in November 2021 when a judge decided he was too dangerous to be released and would remain jailed. Judge James Sadley said the 24-year-old could face a life sentence if convicted of murder, enough reason to keep him behind bars until his case is resolved. No motive has been provided for the brutal slaying. In the early hours of 27 January 2015, 20-year-old Henny van Breda called emergency services from outside his luxury family home in De Zalze Estate, outside Cape Town, South Africa. An axe-wielding killer had attacked his entire family.
107, what is your emergency?
Yeah. I need an ambulance. Lots of
You need an ambulance.
Yes, please.
What's your name, sir?
Henry from Breda.
Henry. What's the contact number you're phoning from?
My home phone number, but I'm not sure what the home phone number is. My cell phone. Please.
What is this number that you're phoning from? Is there someone else that can speak if you're not able to?
No.
Who else is in the house?
There's no one else.
Everyone else. I need the contact number, please.
Yeah. Okay.
And you, the patient?
No. My family is. Someone attacked my family.
Hey?
Someone has attacked my family in my house.
Okay, so you need the police.
Ambulance. And an ambulance, please. Yeah.
Now, who is injured?
I think everyone.
Everyone in your house?
Everyone, 4 people, yes.
Adults, 2 adults?
2 adults and 3 adults and 1 teenage girl, yes.
What are the injuries?
Head injuries.
Are they conscious?
I don't think so. My sister's moving, but that's it.
Suspects still on scene, there, sir?
Sorry?
Are there any suspects on scene?
No. They ran away.
With what were they attacked?
An axe. It was. I think I blacked out and I've just woken up.
With an axe. Okay, stay on the line. I'm going to speak to the police.
Thank you, but please send an ambulance as quickly as possible.
Yes. Are you the only one that's conscious? You know,
Yes.
the others are unconscious. Hold
Yeah.
on, let's speak to police to check on your number. Okay, what kind of injuries is there?
My family and we were attacked by a guy, an
Oh,
axe.
was an ex unconscious, it is.
Unconscious, huh?
Yes, and bleeding from the head.
Okay. The address. Okay. Just wanted to get the right thing here. Oh, correct. Okay. Thank you.
How long will the ambulance take?
It won't be too long. They'll send the ambulance out as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
In January 2014, the Van Brader family moved back to South Africa from Australia and into their home in de Zalze Golf Estate in Stellenbosch 3 months later. In a high-crime nation, the estate was considered one of the safest places in the country. 54-year-old Martin van Brader was an entrepreneurial, hardworking, and kind man. His wife, 55-year-old Teresa, was a loving mother, heavily invested in the lives of her 3 children, 16-year-old Marley, 20-year-old Henry, and 22-year-old Rudy. The parents decided to move primarily because of Martin's business interests and to be closer to Teresa's family. Sons Henry and Rudy stayed in Australia while studying at the University of Melbourne. They then joined the family in South Africa later in 2014. Around 3 a.m. on 27 January 2015, an intruder allegedly attacked the family in their Stellenbosch home. Husband and wife, Martin and Teresa, and oldest son Rudy were found dead. Daughter Marley was left severely injured. The youngest son, Henry, was found with minor injuries. Following the emergency call, paramedics responded to the scene, one of whom is now retired Christian Giron. As he walked into the house, he stumbled on the worst thing he had seen in his 39-year career. Giron testified that blood ran like a waterfall down the stairs. Martin and Teresa were found in a pool of blood on the first floor of their home. Close by was the body of their 22-year-old son Rudy and their 16-year-old daughter Marley, who was fighting to stay alive. Henry was outside in the road. He gave a statement to police soon after the incident saying that a well-built black intruder was to blame. The 20-year-old described a man wearing gloves and a balaclava breaking into the family home. 16-year-old Marley was in the hospital for months following the attack, and when she came to, she suffered from retrograde amnesia. The investigation was on hold until 18 months later on the 13th of June 2016, when Henny van Brader handed himself over to police on the instruction of his lawyer before he was arrested. The next day, he appeared in the Stellenbosch Magistrates Court to face 3 charges of murder, one of attempted murder and another of defeating the ends of justice. Bail was set at 100,000 rand, nearly $8,000 at the time. While awaiting trial, the 21-year-old and his girlfriend were arrested for possession of cannabis in September 2016. They were granted bail and the case was postponed. In April 2017, the murder trial began. Martin's brother, Cornelius Andreas van Brader, said no one would want to kill the family in such a brutal and merciless manner. He testified that his 54-year-old brother Martin and sister-in-law Teresa, 55, were loving people who had no enemies. They were a close-knit family. Despite the then 22-year-old maintaining innocence throughout, experts said that not even Houdini could have broken into the Van Braders' home. There were no signs of forced entry, and the estate was monitored by 24 security and cameras. It was also questionable that valuable items downstairs were left downstairs, and the killer instead embarked on a murderous spree upstairs. Court papers revealed that a distressed Henry called his girlfriend at 4:42 numerous times, but they went unanswered. He then searched the internet for local emergency numbers, not calling for help until nearly 3 hours later. Prosecutors argued that Henry wanted his family to bleed to death. When asked to account for the time lapse, the young man said he had collapsed after witnessing his family being attacked and remained unconscious for hours. A neighbor living a few hundred meters from the Van Braders' home told the court during the trial that she heard what sounded like loud, arguing voices late that evening, but the defense said it was a movie being played at a high volume. However, neighbors and close family friends described Henry as the black sheep of the family, especially since he had dropped out of university. Additionally brought into question was his possible drug addiction. Henry's parents allegedly threatened to cut off his allowance if he didn't clean up his act. Many believe the pressure of not measuring up to the expectations of the perfect family may have driven him to the edge just months after he arrived in South Africa. Others believed it may have been for the large inheritance. In court, Henry said if any of the children got into arguments with their parents, it was generally Marley who was growing and rebelling. The defense brought extensive messages between Marley and her high school boyfriend, James Reed Jan, into evidence. The 29-page transcript included messages from Reed Jan that read, "I told you I would tell you everything I always feel or am doing, and right now I feel like I want to murder the people that are around you at the moment. And I am inches away from losing it with them and breaking down completely." The police confiscated Reed Jan's phone, downloaded his messages, questioned him about his fingerprints on the Van Breda cars, and demanded an alibi. When questioned about it in court, he said his message was nothing more than an indiscreet emotional response to an ugly argument that happened 17 days before the killings. It was caused by a conversation around the Van Breda dinner table in which Marley was targeted for her weight gain and the intensity of her relationship with Reed Jan. In the couple's texts, Marley continued, "My dad started with how this relationship is young and we shouldn't rely on each other and we should still have separate lives. And he was just saying shit like how I'm his responsibility and my schooling career is what I have to focus on." The teen claimed her mother was attacking her more than her father was. During the exchange, Marley was hiding outside. She said that Henry called out to her to check if she was okay. Her older brother, Rudy, allegedly told the teen, "Suck it up, because I have nothing to be crying about." A blood spatter expert testified that there was a lot of anger towards Rudy during the attack since it seemed as if his body had been dragged and shoved around. Although this would have built a strong case against Reed Jan, he had an alibi. Henry demonstrated the attack on his brother in court.
As far as I could see, when the lights switched on, the attacker was facing, the attacker was standing in between our two beds, with Rudy lying on his bed here, in the situation with if the attacker's facing this way, I'm behind him, and he was swinging the axe down on Rudy.
In May 2018, Judge Suraj Desai found Henry Van Breda guilty of all charges. He was sentenced to life in prison in June of the same year. In early November 2018, the Supreme Court of Appeal dismissed Henry's application for leave to appeal against his conviction and sentence. While addressing Van Breda in court, Judge Desai said the brutality of the attack showed an unprecedented disregard for your family. Even though the case was concluded, the motive for such a brutal attack remains unknown. Henry Van Breda has allegedly been attacked numerous times in prison, most recently before moving to a facility in Johannesburg. His extended family claimed it was to be closer to his grandmother, while other sources say his skull was split open with a padlock by a member of one of the numerous gangs. "18-year-old Daheem Williams had visited Shamrock Deli on the Houston Township side of Cuthbert multiple times to ask the owner, Jerry Patore, for a job. On January 3, 2020, at around 4:50 p.m., the encounter did not go as usual. Williams grabbed the tip jar off the counter and fled on an orange bicycle. Patore followed closely behind. Minutes later, this 911 call was made.
911, where is your emergency?
Yes, someone just got stabbed in the neck at the...
Do you know who did it or no?
No! I got gushing blood. No! I'm calling 911 right now.
Did you get a description of the person who did it or no?
Yes, the black guy. He's covered his neck. He's stabbed in the neck bad, man. I need an ambulance.
No, I already got him dispatched out. I'm saying, did you see the person that did it? Yes or no?
Just stay with me, Joe. Stay with me.
Sir.
Stay with me. What? I'm holding his neck, dude. Jerry, you with me? Jerry, you with me?
Sir.
Jerry, you with me?
Can anyone get a clean towel or cloth to apply pressure where he's bleeding from?
I'm on his neck.
Is the person who stabbed him there? Yes or no?
No, he's gone. He ran.
Did you get a description of him or no?
Yeah, he's a black guy, wearing a black coat, riding an orange bicycle. He stabbed him in the neck. Here, take my phone, call 911. You talk to 911. Come here. My phone, take my neck.
Sir, there are helps on the way out there, okay? Just apply pressure, okay? Just keep applying pressure.
So on 911's on there. Hello.
Hello. Tell him to keep applying pressure.
Keep applying pressure.
Okay. Is he in a house or are you outside of a house?
Say again?
Are you inside or outside?
We're outside on the corner of Heather and Cuthbert, across
Yep,
from the
that's
Shamrock Deli. Come on.
Okay. Just tell him to keep applying pressure, okay? If it becomes soaked in blood, add more to what's already there. What is your name, sir? Do you know the person or no?
No, I don't. We just pulled over. Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right, is he blinking? Black guy driving an orange bicycle wearing a hoodie. He's shorter than you.
I hear them there. Are they there?
Yeah, they're pulling up now. Hurry up. No. Okay, they're here.
All right. Thank you. Let them take over, okay?
Other 911 calls were also made, with some thinking the 57-year-old victim had been hit by a car. Shortly after the incident, authorities arrived and took Patore to Cooper University Hospital, where he died from the 11 stab wounds. The victim's wife only wants to focus on the memories of a loving husband and father of 5 children.
This has shattered us, but I mean, I'm going to choose to focus on my husband. I don't want to focus on the bad. That part is horrible enough, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
2 days later, Williams was arrested and charged with murder and weapons offenses after police found his fingerprints on the tip jar and connected them to the job applications in the store. Employees kept the deli open and running, besides for the night that a vigil was held. They said that Patore would have given the accused more than $20 that was in the tip jar had he asked. The vigil was filled with community members and loved ones, shocked at what had happened. One of his twin daughters, Rachel Guerrero, said, "Of course we're angry, hurting. This was senseless. The violence doesn't make any sense to us, but I know my dad was protecting his workers, protecting their living. He really valued the people who worked here for him. He loved to be with his family, and we were really looking forward to him being pop-pop to our children." Jerry Patore spent 4 decades in the restaurant industry. His family said after years of working as a trained chef, owned restaurants, and in sales, he bought the Shamrock Deli nearly 2 years before his death. The outcome of Williams' case has not been determined. For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next. You can also let me know which call was your favorite in the comments below.